Greetings, YouTube. It is I, FAT-STEVENSEAGAL, the fake animated one, not the real one from Russia. And this came across my feed. And this comes from Oreo, you know, the cookies with the cream filling and the battles and how you dunk and scraping all the frosting out of the middle and all that stuff. And that's cool. It's a cookie company. But I wanted to give this a watch because this looks like a new advertising campaign, and I'm seeing kind of a mixed review depending on how you're looking at it. And to be honest,
我们都是一家人。
let's see.
你们绕过半个地球来着，就是想给我们更好的生活。
So as we're already seeing, because this is like a two and almost 3 minute like video, so they actually put some time and care into this, try to not only nail the emotional value, but I think they're also trying to come from the point of it depends also where you come from, how family values are, how family tradition is. And I think the comb scene right here is pretty much a sign of anxiety because there's probably that they're all working together to talk to figure out how to deliver this type of this message, this honesty that needs to come out. And so far, the delivery ain't bad.
可是我是
See more signs of anxiety.
可是我爱你。
Looks like this was a group effort written letter, which is means the whole family's in it together.
我爱你。
I think you're ready.
And it's showing that I think he's already come out as gay to his immediate family or the people he cares about. And there's one person that probably either they're expecting the worst or they don't maybe know how to handle this type of information, and it's scaring them because we don't like stuff like this. Like I know if it's I don't know if it's the same now as it was back in the day about coming out as gay or gay being the cool thing or whatever, but even with one such environment, depending on family traditions and values, it can be not only heartbreaking and terrifying, it can be a hurdle that a lot of people either haven't dealt with or trying to deal with, not only being comfortable with themselves, but making sure the people around them that they care about and love them as they love will respect it. And I honestly, right now, I've watched this once, and I do have to give a lot of props and respect to this type of commercial or advertising. Yes, I understand it's a big corp, and yeah, they make cookies. They should, but it looks like they put time and effort into this. They're trying to grab you on the emotional value that these type of incidents and scenarios still exist today. And it also depends on the type of family, the type of upbringing, on how hard it could be. So I do appreciate the delivery here, and I'll probably get criticism for it, but that's on you. Everyone has a different opinion.
你呢？你 ready 了吗？
It kind of looked like when she grabbed the cookie, it was kind of like a comfort food, like a comfort moment, because I think they're all kind of stressed, because I'm guessing this has to do with an older generation of family that might not be acceptable to new things or how things are now, and grab that Oreo for comfort. And she added something to the bottom of this letter to give him courage. She might be my mother, but you are my son. And I'm guessing this whole thing has to deal with her mother, his grandmother, and old traditions, because that's what it seems to be falling under, that it's still hard today. It's also a sign to let him know that he's not alone. No matter what happens, I'm guessing, they will still love him. And no matter what the grandmother or his mom's mom says or does, it will not defeat the purpose that he is still their son. And those are types of things we've seen in sitcoms and movies, but it's also the kind of reassurance a lot of kids kind of hope they get, that acceptance that whatever happens, you are still my son or you are still my daughter. And I can again appreciate that. It gives him courage. And I think in that moment, it also made him realize that he is not as weak as he maybe thinks he is. I also claim no ownership for this music, but I know it's supposed to have an emotional attachment, so I'm going to let it play. Full copyright goes to the owners of the commercial, whoever composed it, from Oreo. And this phrase, actually, I kind of get. Coming out doesn't just happen once, and it's true. It's actually really true, because it depends on who you come out to first, who you still have to come out to, and who or how many others that you worry the most about accepting or not accepting, or how their reaction is, makes that coming out all over again that much harder or that much easier. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can fill me in the comments below. But I kind of have respect for this commercial. And this does come from Oreo. It does come from Oreo. I know people are going to be very debating about it and thinking, well, you're just a cookie company. True. And 90% of the times we've dealt with it when it comes closer to Pride, especially on Twitter, where companies change their avatar or the profile picture for the month or the week of Pride. We pretty much realize it's nothing more than a virtue signal. We support you prop of the day, month, week. But I want to take the corporation out for a second and look at the imagery of how this was made. And I think it's a fantastic advert in its own way. If you take the company out of it, even though they make cookies or not, they actually delivered something quite meaningful to a lot of people. And I think we got to start looking more at the pros and cons and things in life than just know your lane. And I hope this commercial in its own way does help people. I hope there's families out there that do act like this and do support things that are going on within them, whether it's siblings, wives, husbands, mothers, daughters, grandparents, whatever, because stuff like this still isn't easy. It's not just the cool thing. It's hoping you're accepted for yourself. And I'll give props to that. That being said, yeah, still a cookie company. Who cares? I think it was well delivered. I think I understand what the message was trying to say. And it's, in a way, it feels like there's a subtitle of traditions sometimes don't need to change, but there's going to be changes no matter what. But there's still the same person you raised, the same part of your family. And as much as it might be hard to hear someone coming out depending on who you are, it's 10 times probably harder for that person coming out to them because they don't want to disappoint them. So that's my 10-minute video. That's my props. That's my analysis. There it is. Analysis of this. And props to Oreo or whoever did this commercial, because you did take time out of your day to hit that emotional level. Even if it's virtue signaling or not, it's still a good advert. And I will link it in the description below. I am FAT-STEVENSEAGAL. You can find me on Twitch. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on YouTube. And I'll try to use a little bit more of this virtual avatar that uses motion capture. But other than that, that was the Oreo commercial advert. But I respect it in its own way. This is my time. I'm going out for a little while. Going to grab something to eat from the kitchen, maybe relax. I'm going to finish off some other things around the house. Thank you for listening. In the comments below, remember to like, share, and subscribe. In the comments below, can you see anything more in this commercial? Or should they just shut up because they're a cookie company and it's all BS at the end of the day? I want to hear from you. Take care. Be healthy. Be happy. And try to be a little bit selfish. No, give me money.